Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Books and Betches, not to be confused with Books and
Bargainetches.
I'm Kristen, and with me I have
Berica.
Maria. We've done Berica and Maria.
I think that what happened was
There's only 24 letters in the alphabet.
I think what
26?
happened was
26.
she ran out of steam. We started really strong. She was off
I didn't get my snack.
Oh, you didn't get your snack.
You didn't get your donut.
We did just have cake.
I did eat it already. I ate it too soon.
Oh no.
Well, we can get you a snack after this one, okay, sweetie? We'll get you a snack. Okay. This is a book podcast. We swear, we spoil,
There
and we
it is.
talk about sex. This episode we'll do all three. So, Jesus.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I need my
You
laptop
scared
for
your
this.
dog.
If you have not read the Bargainer series yet, this is book 2 of the Bargainer series. What is this called?
Strange him.
A Strange Hymn.
A Strange Hymn. Thankfully, not like rap song.
HYMN.
Oh, like a. Why is that all related to music? There's no
Because
music.
she's a siren.
Barely.
She
She's
doesn't
never
get to use
sung
it now anymore.
She's never sung
no,
one
she
time.
use it when she's in her siren mode, her voice is melodic.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
never ever pictured it like that.
She says it in the book.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't hear her like singing though. Like I don't see.
No,
it.
but it has like a melodic tone to it.
Fine. It's not
Siren-
enough for them to name the whole series after this one thing.
All right, we'll talk to Laura Thalassa about
Unless
this.
you're trying to not tell me that later on it plays a bigger role. So maybe don't tell me. So yeah, book 2. This would be a weird spot for you to just join us on Books and Betches. Maybe go back and get into a book that isn't number 2 in the series. That's my suggestion. Who wrote this?
Laura Thalassa.
Laura Thalassa. I love the Bargainer series, Erica. It's the first. No, it's not the first, but it's one of the bigger ones that you've brought to me that I said, yes, please more. Yes, please more.
Because
Can I have some more?
Because Des is a fucking sexy man.
It's not even why.
Man.
I mean, it's part of it, but the world is so
I know
cool.
the world is really
the world,
cool.
the magic, and yeah, I thought it was cool. I think that this author is not afraid to say, fuck it, it's magic. We could do whatever we want, and I love that. Personally.
This book to me is the weakest of the 3.
Really?
Perfect. Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh.
I mean, sorry, I like it. I'm disappointed.
There's parts that
in
I'm
it.
obsessed with in this book.
There
Really?
are, to
Mhm.
me, there was aspects of this book that I thought were really, really strong.
Yeah.
But I thought the overall story was not as good as the first one. It didn't
Sure.
give me the same feelings. And then the third one, I don't want to hype it up too much, but I think it's such a cool book.
Is that the last one?
The last book is
So there's 3.
there's 3 books.
Oh, I
And a
love
novella.
that. That's great. We don't have to go fucking 10
Yeah.
books deep because usually Erica's books like 15.
No, 3 books, and I think that so it kind of falls in between these really strong first book where there's like a lot of romance and there's this like really big angst, like push pull of like will they, won't they, and then we're in the second one and it's like all right, they're together.
But we got to set up a world.
Let's talk about Dez's like hometown,
Sure.
and how she fits into that as a queen of the night.
Yeah, you're making sense.
In the first book, I said something that maybe not offended you guys, but definitely had you in a tizzy.
What'd you say?
And I doubled down on it and I said, no, maybe I don't think that. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm going full strength into this take.
Okay.
Des as Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No, I'm back on it. I don't care. I saw a few comments that hyped me up, and I said, 2 people have my back.
Don't encourage her.
That's all I needed. If it was one person, I might not have brought it up. 2 people? Fuck that. Yeah, we are right.
It's
Us
such
3
such
people.
a fucking heinous take.
Heinous is the perfect word for that. That is a heinous take. That is criminal.
You guys are rude.
No,
Al-
right.
Salzgarn.
Okay, what about you rewatched Harry Potter the other day? What about his dad?
Ooh, daddy,
Lucius?
daddy.
Do you like him too?
A young
get it.
daddy.
I'm sorry, Lucius.
Oh,
Lucius,
now we're on
get
board.
it.
Now we're on
Because he
board.
brings the vibe.
Mm.
Fucking
He's
Tom.
creepy.
Draco is not enough.
Now, have you seen Tom Felton now?
No,
He's
no,
sexy.
No, seeing Draco's acting from again, if we're taking Draco, right? His look,
I'm saying Tom
super blonde
Felton.
hair.
To be fair, I said Tom Felton. I didn't say Draco. I just knew that was how you
Jason
knew it.
Isaacs. A young Jason Isaacs.
Lucius kills it.
Okay. All right, can we
He has a white
compromise
hair.
there then?
He has a white long hair to
a
match.
Malfoy. Can we compromise then?
Sure.
Either way, I don't regret saying what I said because now 2 people agreed with me. It just goes to show that all I need is 2 people, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Who's this? Isaac?
Oh.
Actually, let me see. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Elliot Stapler in that picture though, but he could get it too. So, the Bargainer series, yes, Des is a great part of all of this, but he's not why I love the series.
Why do you love the series?
I love the world. The world is fantastic. And in this second book, we go to like 8 different fucking islands in the Night Court, and it's amazing.
We just bop around.
We bop around, dude.
Yeah.
It's a very bop vibes.
You're bopping.
I bippity bopped and I bippity booped.
boppity boop.
All right, let's do.
As someone who doesn't watch Disney, I just love that you say that.
Is that a Disney thing?
That's from the Fairy Godmother, bippity boppity boo. That's her thing.
I thought that was from what? Oh my god, what is that woman that has like the hair that goes like this that all of the old people love? Oh my god, this is gonna kill me. Not Betty. You guys, you have to know what I'm talking about. Boop.
I have no idea.
Boo. Oh, my grandma was like obsessed with her. All right. I'll figure it out. Let's do the 60-second for this book so we could talk about it. Maria, is this you?
You don't mean Betty White, right?
Not Betty White.
Okay.
No idea what you're
Who
talking
is
about.
the she wears a red dress and Betty Boop.
Betty Boop?
Betty Boop. Is Bippity Boppity Boop not from Betty Boop? Wait, actually, my entire life I thought Bippity Boppity Boop was Betty Boop. Then what is Betty Boop? Who even is she? Now that I think about it, I had known nothing about Betty Boop. Is that a show?
Tortured.
Is it a show?
Betty Boop?
Where does she come from?
She was a
Where does Betty Boop come from? I see her everywhere, and I don't even know what she's from.
Are we in a different timeline?
Wait, why? You guys know? You know where Betty Boop is from.
She's like one of the most iconic cartoons ever made.
Oh, it's a cartoon.
Yeah, like from like Popeye era. Like,
Is it the same as the skunk?
that's Looney Tunes. That's a whole different thing.
What's the skunk?
Are we in
What's the skunk?
are we
What's
on
the skunk?
another
What's the
timeline?
skunk? Wait, what's the skunk?
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew!
Like one of the most
Wait, are Betty Boop and Pepe Le Pew not in the same timeline? Popeye? The Sailor Man? That's got to be part of it.
Betty Boop was, I feel like, more adult.
What else did my grandma love?
What the fuck?
She has,
is happening?
I think Betty Boop was a big one. But there's this other one that she's obsessed with that I can't think of the name
Is it
of.
Popeyes?
When was Betty
No.
Boop a thing?
See, you don't even know Betty
Like
Boop.
Tom and Jerry times.
Oh, 30s.
See, you don't even know.
But she was like a sex icon.
Oh, Betty Boop was a real person.
What? We
No,
are so derailed.
So I lied.
This is going on the Patreon.
I lied. I just saw this woman and I thought that was Betty Boop. Okay, all right.
Style of a time.
No, I thought that was a great moment. Bargainer
This
series.
was a great moment.
So Maria's gonna do the 60-second. Let me pull up my clock here.
I forgot most of it already.
If you're new to this podcast, we do this thing where we attempt to explain the entire plot summary of a book in 60 seconds or less. This week, Maria's doing A Strange Hymn, the second book in the Bargainer series. Let me pull up my clock. Are you ready, Maria?
No,
Well, that's too damn bad.
I know.
In 3, 2...
Wait, hold on, pause.
No.
It just reminds you of, that's too damn bad.
That's too damn bad. What's that
Okay.
from?
It's I'm tired, it's Grandpa.
That's too damn bad. The holes. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Callie and Des are at his kingdom time after they've killed Karnan. She's definitely reeling back from she's traumatized from the whole experience. But she can't go home because she now has scales and wings and a whole thing. Solstice is coming. It's this big party for the longest day of the year, and they have to go. Okay.
I hate
Why would you
dances.
do that?
I hate dances. And
Okay,
Go.
so Solstice is happening, so she has to be part of the court because now she's going to be his queen because she is Des' mate. While there, we find out that people are still getting taken. The soldiers are still being
30 seconds.
kidnapped. The women are not. The women are fine, but the soldiers are still being kidnapped. So obviously someone bad is still out there. They still think Karnan's involved. We find out later on that it's actually the Thief of Souls
20.
is a body hopper. He can hop to different bodies, and he hopped into the queens of the Flora kingdom's husband's body. And we find out Des's father is involved, which is why all the kids have Night Kingdom features because
5,
he's the one that's been raping all the
4,
women, and he's back and they fight.
3,
And then the Thief of Souls
2.
makes Des get
going.
Callie to be immortal, so she has to how do I say it? She's susceptible to his evil powers.
Woo! Okay,
Wow.
we went over.
Because you interrupted me earlier with the whole.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'll accept it.
I was gonna say I'm giving you 10 seconds.
Like
Thank you.
soccer time.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I really fucking hate balls and dances, and I feel like.
But you love this book.
I do.
I
do.
thought it was well done though.
That's
it
what
wasn't
I was gonna.
like a
I was
lot
gonna
of.
say it wasn't too annoying, but I just fucking hate. Why does every fairy book have to have a fucking ball?
You know, somebody asked me one time, and no offense to this person, not like saying anything about you, but like somebody specifically asked me about a recommendation for a book with a fancy dress.
People like dresses. People like dresses and balls
like-
and dressing up.
I couldn't
very
tell you.
specific.
There's
They were looking for like that dress moment.
Well,
in the
isn't there a
book.
book that has a video that has a cover of a dress? Like it's like that red dress. I swear there was a book that y'all were reading that just like was a cover of a dress. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. And you'll know.
Dress.
I mean, are there books about dresses?
Not that I
27
recall.
dresses.
This is what I
later?
would say. I would say read any fairy book. I guarantee
There's always a
they
court
will go to a ball.
and a ball.
At
Yeah.
some point, they'll go to a fucking ball.
So I think. So I know you, Erica, specifically had mentioned that the court system in this book or this series is what's fun about it. Like you like the court system.
Love it.
I think that's what I had an issue with.
Oh,
I
hot
think
take.
the courts were boring me. I was trying to get more to the story of these kids and the whole mystery of this disappearances. I felt like the whole
You wanted
solstice
the
thing
mystery.
and the fucking political system was taking me away from the mystery that was so fun in book 1.
I love the world, though. I
Yeah.
loved that. So we're in the Night Kingdom. That was my first note, that if it was night all the time, I would not
As someone who
function.
loves the night, yeah, it's tough.
It's too much. But what was so cool was when he was showing her around the world. So they would go to these, like, how I
Different
pictured them
islands.
was islands.
Yeah, they're all
And it was
islands.
like, the only thing
Yeah.
I didn't like was the name of a few of them was like, insomnia is like, sleep insomnia. So one of them
Yeah.
was called like Somnia. And I was like,
Yeah.
come on, like, we could do better. But then it grew on me. But like to go to all these different places, like you have the nightmare one that they like stayed away from. And then you had like this dream world, which I fucking loved the dream world.
I like the
Everything-
restaurant scene of like how things
Yes!
just popped up because you dreamt it.
That was the coolest. That was what I needed in book 1 a little bit was like, but I got that.
But you got that from
Exactly.
2.
Exactly. So I think like book 2 was like definitely for me. So I can understand why maybe you were missing that element. Whereas like I was like, nah, I don't need it. I'm fucking
I
exploring
wanted
the
the
world.
mystery because
Yeah.
the fact that we went.
The
The
you
kids
kind of
in
already
bo-
know what is happening.
Yeah, but
Not
that's why
really.
I felt like this could have been. No, because we need the whole court system, so I guess we can't have in 2 books. But I was like, make a duology then, and let me get back to like the mystery of it all. Like,
Yeah.
I want the mystery. I want to see what's going on with these kids. I want to see why. Like the reveal that the kids are actually have Night Kingdom features and not Fauna Kingdom features, which is where the Carnan was from. I was like, you're right. That's weird.
Mhm.
What does that mean? So then I was like saying like, well, they better not make Des have some random ass twin brother. I'm gonna get mad if they do.
I thought that
like
too.
I wrote that down. I was like, if he
Yeah.
has a twin brother, I'm gonna get so mad.
Yeah.
But no, it ends up being his dad, which I was like, makes sense because I didn't think his dad was actually dead.
But I thought it was cool that Dad wasn't the Thief of Souls. Like I thought that was a twist.
No,
they were
I
gonna do.
love the Thief of Souls.
Me
I
too.
want more of the Thief of Souls. He's so
Yeah.
fucking creepy.
I just thought it was really
Don't worry, you'll
neat.
get it.
Oh my god.
So one of the other things that I really love about this book is the wit. I think it's very funny. I think
Des is great.
I think her character is very
Callie's
funny,
great
very
too.
sarcastic. Sometimes there were points where I was like, okay, too much, reel it back. But
Reel
there
it back,
are
yeah.
some that are really, really good. But like my first highlighted one was when like it was in the beginning of the book. We got I want to say like the beginning very strong. We got to see the world. The ball stuff or whatever.
Solstice.
That's when I lost a little bit of interest. The end brought me right back.
I agree. I think it's like the beginning. I'm there. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
she's reeling from becoming this monster. She feels the monster.
Yep.
By the end of the book, she loves who she becomes, and she loves her new power as she is with her scales and her wings. But the beginning, the middle, where we're with the Flora people and the
Yeah.
queen, who I can't fucking stand that chick. And like all the green man, which obviously was the Thief of Souls, so he was weird. That whole thing was
Yeah.
annoying to me.
Yeah, the beginning when she's like just discovering her wings and everything. There's this one scene in the beginning when somebody's head gets severed and it like the head is just like gets thrown.
Oh yeah, Des kills someone.
So it says she goes, I nearly fall off my seat. Holy shit, my wings flare out, accidentally bowling over a soldier standing too close. I laughed so hard because I was like, I literally pictured a movie where it's like this serious moment and it's just like, oh shit, and it's just like boom, and then I could see the soldier going fucking like 80 yards, like just boosh,
yeeted.
and I was like, oh, that's like a Marvel moment, right?
Yeah.
And I those little tiny like things that a lot of books wouldn't include, I really, really enjoyed. So I thought the wit was really fun. Her discovering herself was really neat, and discovering the world was really cool.
Yeah, I also love her friend, her best friend.
Temper.
I
love Temper.
Talk about how Temper showed up in this book, because I think we both loved it.
So
Temper was great.
obviously, Callie can't go back to Earth, so she's been away and no phones, no nothing, because she's in the other world. And she's just like, I wish I could go home and like see my friends and like talk to Temper. I could imagine Temper is losing her mind. Temper up and gets a fucking, is it an elf or a fairy? A fairy. Grabs a fairy, makes this fairy go through a portal with her. She blows into the other world with this thing on fire. She's like, where the fuck is my friend?
That's what I would do for you. I think.
I would do it for you.
I would do
I
it for
think
you
she's a
both.
witch.
She's a sorceress.
Yeah.
Roles reversed. That's what I would do.
Oh, for sure.
I would literally come in guns a-blazing.
But so not to go back to like the wings thing. So like she's discovering herself. The scene made me laugh too, where it was like she's got to put clothes on. And I remember I'm going through my notes, and it says, now that I have wings, I can't just pull clothing over my shoulders. I put a note underneath it that says, wait, how the fuck does that work then? Then it goes, how did you magic, love? And then I said, oh, magic. So I was like, there's these like moments where I think the author's not afraid to be like, I don't know how it works either. It's fucking magic. Get over it.
He wears banties with wings. Get over it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I love the vibe of just like, it's magic. Get over it. Because like I have a hard time accepting that sometimes. But I think with these books, I found it a little easier.
I think having moments like that make it like it to me it comes back to like reviewers being like, let me nitpick this and like, what is this, how does this work? And it's just like, shut the fuck up.
It's magic.
And enjoy the book.
Sometimes we don't need an explanation for everything, and I actually really did enjoy that, so I thought that was
even
neat.
though I think we did an entire episode about how people eat in fantasy books.
We didn't do an entire episode. We just
dedicate
a lot of time.
Did they eat it all in this book?
Yeah, there's a whole banquet hall.
Yeah,
There was a lot of food.
They drink wine because Des finally lets her drink again.
That was funny.
So why doesn't the fairy wine like affect her? Because isn't fairy wine supposed to make you go crazy?
Is it?
It's supposed to make you immortal.
In this?
No, not that one. Not
That's
lilac
the other
wine. But like in general, from other fairy books I've read, the wine always makes mortals go a little cuckoo.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She just drinks wine like it's wine.
Well, it's a different world.
I guess, yeah.
I thought that the twist of Karnan not being actually bad and that it was the Thief of Souls living inside
his body.
That was a great twist.
I love how the
Green
Karnan basically used giving her wings and making her what she was as his way of saving her from the Thief of Souls.
Fantastic twist.
Yeah.
Loved that.
I thought that
was
was
I loved
very
how
smart.
Karnan was so...
Well, he was battling
what was inside of him.
Yeah.
Also love that the King of Fauna isn't bad and he didn't actually take her.
No, King of Day.
King of Day, sorry. So was that because the Thief of Souls went in his body too?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Or
I
no,
think
he had a twin brother.
He had a twin brother, which
That's what
was
it was.
dead, quote unquote. But is anyone dead actually dead?
Fantastic twist.
Yeah.
Love the Thief of Souls. To me, now I'm like, how do you kill that?
To me, this book was not like, well, that
like, how do you fucking kill something
excited
that's
to see what
not?
honestly, that's why the third book is so fucking good.
How do you kill something that doesn't have a body?
You have no to me at this point on, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like reading the third book the entire time, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna win.
And you
that's
didn't
why
go to
I
the end just to find out?
Yeah, right.
No, because I read it on a Kindle.
See, that's why I loved Game of Thrones so much, was because
How
halfway
do
through I
you
was like,
win?
I don't know every episode I was like, I have no idea how this is going to end. No clue. And those are the types of shows and books that I really enjoy because it's not predictable. I have no fucking clue how they're going to kill the Thief of Souls. How can you? You know? Like, and the whole bleeding trees thing was really fun.
I liked how they found the bodies in them.
Yeah, that was sick.
Creepy.
The way that the trees like were able to move. I love that the queen wasn't even bad. She just had no idea what was going on.
She sucks though.
I know,
She
but
was just
a
a
shitty
shitty person.
I know, but it was just cool how like.
But even this book, I had no idea.
That's what I'm saying. The twists I didn't
what
see
was
coming.
happening. Like, yeah, I think she does a really good job of making you not keeping you on your toes to some degree. And I genuinely, Kristen, I think you're gonna love the last book, because it's like, to me, the ending of that book was so fucking satisfying.
I'm really excited. I think the difference between this book and like a Fourth Wing as far as writing goes, and the reason I think this feels a little more adult to me, the relationship between them is a little bit more adult in my mind. Maybe it's the writing, but like I highlighted like the violence I think is better.
Yeah.
Like this part right here, it says Des spins the man so he faces the crowd, and then in front of hundreds of his subjects, my mate drags his blade across the fairy's throat. A waterfall of blood cascades from the wound. It's not like anything crazy, but it sets the picture so perfectly of the violence. Like you're seeing him slowly like slice at that to me is that Game of Thrones level, like fucked up shit.
Shit.
Yeah. I love that.
I do love Des and his brutality in this book.
Yes.
I think we get to see a lot of how far he will go to protect Callie and protect his people, and just show how bad of a guy he can be if he wants to be.
This is like, when you talk about morally gray men, Des is morally gray.
Yep.
And Hunting Adeline too.
too.
Hunting Adeline, he definitely is like, that's like too far. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes when we talk about morally gray men, it's like we're talking about like bad guys who just love their girls, and it's just like, well, no, they're bad. Like Des is like really just the middle. Like he is violent because his world is violent. I don't know if he's necessarily, his like nature is meant to be causing destruction and mayhem, and like that's what he's been put on
so
this
much
world
darkness surrounds
to do.
him. Yeah.
And he's supposed to do this.
Exactly.
So like but he's actually like not, he has morals. He has a moral compass. There is guidance to him. And it's like, I hate that blanketed term, because I don't think it applies to all the morally gray men that people pin as morally gray men. If that makes sense.
No, I totally agree with that. I love how the darkness always follows him, and like when the shadows
have their own personality.
There's like one line that I literally just said, like, I picture this so perfectly, and it's literally at the end when he's like about to kill the dad, or like kill everybody, and it's just like, it goes, Des smiles and the world goes dark. And it's like, I could just picture that, like, he's so angry, and it's like that one moment, and he just like gives you that smile, and it's just like dark.
Love it.
Like that shit gives me chills. I'm like,
he's like such a
he's
such a troublemaker, and like
it's cool. He's
like,
cool.
The sexiest sense.
Yes.
Like he's like sexy dangerous. You know what I mean?
I love how this note on my Kindle, I highlighted the words "release your inhibition," and then I wrote under it, "Feel the rain on your skin." I don't know why I did that.
Why wouldn't you?
I have a couple questions that I wanted to ask you guys while reading this, because this is a question that came up between me and Mike a while back, and it fit in so perfect, between flora and fauna. What do you think there's more of in our world, flora or fauna? More animals or more plants? Animals, insects, all these things. Like, what do you think there's more of in our world?
That's like the question, more doors or wheels?
Okay, well, what do you think? Because there's an actual answer.
I mean, there's definitely more plants.
What do you think?
Plants or animals, you say? Is
yeah,
insects part of animals?
Yeah, fauna. So insects, animals, the ocean, we have, all types of like living creatures that are not human, I guess.
No, I got you. That's a hard one.
Or plants.
I want to say plants, just because of how there's so much.
Yeah.
But then I think about how humans keep destroying the plants on this planet. So like, are there any left? Like, are there that many trees left out there? Because
originally when I asked this question, I was like, man, there's so many insects. There's so many, like, right? And then I looked it up and I was like, God, I'm so dumb. Like, obviously there's more flora than fauna, because fauna wouldn't exist without it. Flora.
Yeah.
So it's actually really interesting. There will never, ever, ever in our lifetime be more fauna than there will be flora, ever. It's not possible. So I thought that was a really interesting thing when I was reading this. I was like,
because plants are like, I don't want to call it an invasive thing, but it is. It takes over if you leave an ivy plant on your like near your wall, it'll crawl up that wall and it'll stick to it.
So did you think it was super cool in this book when like the lights would go out and the plants started dying?
Yeah.
Like I thought that was so neat. Like the characters were plants.
I love how Des was just killing plants left and right.
Yeah.
As someone who loves plants,
I was
he
thinking
was
of
like-
you.
he was pissed.
Oh my god! But like everything has a personality.
Yes.
Everything is living. The shadows have their own personality.
Mhm.
They speak to him. They come into play even more in the next book. Like it's this crazy world that she's created.
Yes, I love it.
And like there is this just intense burning romance cut right through the middle of it.
Yeah.
That I think like ignites it along the way.
I miss their angst.
I feel like
I love
Yeah.
that they had a problem though, this book.
The whole bond thing.
Yeah.
So the problem, for those who haven't
Oh,
read it,
yeah,
I guess, but
yeah.
their bond is not perfect because she's still
Human.
half mortal. Like, no, she's mortal.
this ties into my next question. So yeah.
So at the end of the book, so that's why it took him so long to find her when she was taken by Karnan initially, because their bond isn't as strong because she's not immortal.
Mm-hmm.
So
He doesn't know how to like approach telling
he
her
doesn't
this.
want to one make the choice
That's
for
fair.
her, and two doesn't want to like influence her by telling her what it means that she's not immortal.
Yeah.
But what the Green Man / Thief of Souls does at the end, he knows that if he wounds her badly enough to where she has to be saved by the lilac wine, which basically makes you immortal, he knows that he can then control her later, because she can't control her now because she's mortal.
My question for this is like, what is? I have two questions. I'll do the other one after. But like, what is immortality? Does that mean you can never die, or does that mean?
I think they
Like, what does that
choose to
mean?
die.
Okay.
I think there's a choice. Like, even
doesn't
like 'cause
that
even
mean-
he mentions that there was one fairy who didn't even actually die. He just like went off, retired.
I think it's
basically in a
more
corner.
like not aging.
Yeah.
Okay, because the problem that I have with immortality is like, if you can't die, then there's no stakes in a battle. Like,
No, I think immortality
I think-
does not mean
yeah.
that you can't die.
That's what
I
I
think
was
it means that you don't
can't die
age.
of like normal conventions, basically.
because
Yeah.
she should have died, but then she becomes immortal, so she doesn't die. So it's like I don't.
well,
get,
the wine heals her. It has healing properties.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
And
I
just
think
the
I
wine.
think we need a better word for this.
Immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what they
because-
call it. That's what
'cause-
we're
no,
saying.
I know,
Well,
but like
no, in
immortality
general.
to me is like a god.
yeah.
Until I started reading fantasy, and it was like, no, you just don't age.
That's
Right.
I have such a problem with the whole immortal thing, and that was what my biggest question was. If somebody made you immortal without your consent tomorrow, and they said, "Oh, you're immortal now," how would you feel about it? I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd be mad too.
But if I know I can die at some point,
If my
that's
partner
where it-
was immortal, I'd be fine.
Okay, because that's where. Well, that's my problem. Is if I can't die. If you're telling me I can't die, it's that type of immortality. I'd be very upset because I don't want to outlive the world. That's like a big thing that I think of when somebody. If somebody was like, if tomorrow somebody can snap a finger and you can like live forever, I would say absolutely not, because the
Yeah.
world's gonna die eventually.
So I know we talked about this book. This was like one of our first podcasts. Was the Angel's Blood.
oh yeah,
book.
yeah.
And the main guy in that was an archangel,
Mm.
and he's like lived 3,000 years. Or
I wouldn't
whatever it
want
was,
that.
right?
I wouldn't
But
want-
part of that, like, part of being an archangel is being so removed from humanity, and they
Yes.
really show
Mhm.
throughout the series like how removed these archangels are, and
Mhm.
it's like that makes sense that like the longer you live, like the more you like, if you're immortal in that way, that it's like you don't connect with
Yeah.
what's going the life.
I think that's what
around
what
you.
would happen if I became immortal. I would just literally disconnect myself from everything.
yeah.
You become a whole different life at that point.
Yeah,
But if your partner, who you have fallen in love with, slips something in your drink, right, and your partner's immortal, and then you wake up and he's like, "Oh, you're immortal now too. You get to live with me forever." I would still be really upset about that. I'd be like, I don't want that. I want to experience.
I don't
this
know.
one-
I don't think I can
It
actually answer this
changes-
question.
It changes your entire outlook on life. It
I'd be
makes it-
pissed if they knew. This is stupid.
Mhm.
I would be pissed if like John slipped it to me like now. Like you couldn't have done it when I was like 25.
Yeah, true.
It
True.
was in the prime
Yeah.
of my beauty.
True. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, if someone did it to me when I'm 50.
Yeah,
I'd be
it's
pissed.
different. It's
I'd be
different.
pissed to be 50 forever.
Yeah, I don't. Think
I don't even want to be
that.
31 forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like 25 or bust.
Yeah. But-
I think I'm okay at 30 forever.
I don't know, man. I'm good.
Again, I don't think I can answer this question like well
It's-
enough.
yeah,
I feel like I'm conflicted in my own head about it, so I can't give you a solid answer.
That's fair. I think it would just change my entire outlook on life. Like I wouldn't take things as precious as I like should have. Like
No, you
like,
lose,
oh,
you
well,
lose
I've got
you
forever.
lose humanity.
yeah, exactly.
So do you think?
But then does that
And then
open,
everybody
but
around
does it
me
open you to
dies.
experiences that you would never done because you were afraid of dying?
Yeah, but then everybody around me dies, and that sucks. But then the
then
other thing is,
if you
that
but
well
at the
washes
same
up
time
eventually.
too is like you grieve, and then do you make new memories with new people that you would have never met?
I don't know, man. It's tough.
I think it's a lot of veins to go into, which is why it's hard.
I
for
think
me
they
to,
need to figure out what immortality means, because if you, is
I
it
agree.
harder to die as well? Like, is it going to be harder for her to die? I don't know. That's got to
Well,
play a part in it.
Don't fairies have healing properties of their own to heal themselves?
She's a siren and a human.
Not anymore. At the
So
end of
now
the
she's
books.
full
So I'm
fairy?
saying like when she's fairy, I
Oh.
don't know
Yeah.
if she's full fairy. I think she's again. Yeah,
Part
you're right.
immortal.
Anyway, A Strange Hymn, I enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars because I love the world so much and I was able to escape in it. Had I read it after Fourth Wing, I think I would have had a different
I
reaction.
think I gave it a 3. Did I
A
give it
3?
Hold on.
What'd you give the first one? A 4?
5. No, 4. Give it
Because
4.
of the references.
Which there were none in this book, which was
Yeah.
nice.
Damn, you gave it a 3?
I'm pretty sure I gave it a 3. Hold on.
Maria,
No, I
you
gave it a 4. I gave
was
it a
gonna
4.
say you
Okay.
hate her.
I gave it a 4. But I will say in my head it's a 3.75.
Damn. Are you excited for the third?
Yeah, because of the way this ended. So
Yeah.
the ending
Okay.
of this book saved it for me because
Fair.
I was literally just all of the Thief of Souls like quotes at the end. It's like
Mhm.
you think this game is over, we just began, babe.
Yeah.
Like, this
I
is
think
just
I think you're
starting.
gonna like the third book because I think it's more the mystery again.
love it.
Okay, good.
And like how at the end the last lines all the eyes open of the kids or the woman.
Fuck. Yeah, that was
Like
crazy.
the last 100 page. I love books when books do this. When the last 100 pages, you're just like frantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Which is what
I
Sarah
don't
J.
know.
Maas
I don't know
does.
if it's the last 100, but like
It's
the
definitely
last
50.
Yeah.
the last 50 pages at the very least are very much like what the fuck is gonna happen.
The whole
Like,
fight
I
scene.
wanna read
I will say
quick.
I don't know if
got,
I can handle
I
it.
got a little annoyed with Callie and how dumb she was for a second.
Mm.
Where when Des was fighting his Flora or whatever her name is,
Yeah.
the flower chick.
Madra.
Mage, whatever.
Yeah.
He's fighting her. There's
Mara.
a whole darkness over there where he's fighting her.
Yeah.
And then she sees
Yeah.
what looks like Dez's dad,
Yep.
in the corner. She's
Yep.
like, Des? Well, how can he be in 2 places
That
at
was
once?
so funny.
And I literally put in my notes, I was like, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb?
But part of it though is like it's connecting to her dream. So I think she's
But
kind
in
of
that
like
moment, she's not sleeping.
Yeah, but
so
I
you
think she
can't
was
tell
lost.
me she. No.
I mean it's weird. He's in the shadows.
You can't call him Des though.
What if he's got the shadow and then
He didn't.
I don't know, man.
Des had his own shadows
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah.
This man was in the corner of the forest
Yeah.
looking at her and be like, hey. It's just like,
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for the third one, so stick around with us. If you're reading this yourself, write in on Discord. Tell us how you feel about these books.
I feel vindicated because a lot of the folks on Discord said that this
Vindicated.
this
What's their
second
least
book was
favorite?
a second bookitis and it just wasn't as strong.
It was my least
That makes
favorite.
me feel good because I enjoyed
You
it.
still loved it?
Yeah. I'm excited now.
I think it's a necessary book. And to be honest, like there are some series where like I love the series, but there's certain books that I don't love in them that I'll skip the book.
Yeah,
when I
we
read,
know.
when I do a reread.
What's that one that you skipped like a whole book of?
Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Um,
That one
Crave.
guy. What was that guy?
yeah, Crave. Like there's books that I literally skip to get to like the other books, and I would actually still
Asinine.
do a full reread of this series.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate the middle book that much. I
I
just
feel like
think
I would
it's-
read
skip the middle.
the beginning,
Yeah.
read the end,
Yep.
skip the middle.
I agree.
And I don't skip anything.
probably skim the middle
I would skim
Not
the
even.
the ball shit or whatever.
Yeah.
because I liked the like the stuff with the Green Man.
Yeah, the Green Man was
He
cool.
was so creepy
Mhm.
from the start.
I love it.
Yeah, like he was so sus.
Did you guys
The whole time.
imagine him as the guy from the canned green beans?
Yeah,
Now I do.
100%.
I was thinking like
Yeah.
Monopoly for some reason, and there's no green men in Monopoly.
No,
so.
the guy who's on the corn.
Yep.
That's so
it's all
fucking
just all
funny.
leaves outfit.
That's so funny.
That's what I kept imagining.
I'm picturing like old Greg, like weird motherfucker.
Greg.
Yeah, something real weird.
Was the
I don't know what it's called.
The green beans?
Green Beans?
You're asking us what the name of the green beans are.
Yeah, I don't even know. I would have told you if I knew.
Man, that is a tough one. This podcast has gotten to the
Call it
point.
Green Man. It's probably Green Man. I don't know.
Vegetable can.
Green man.
There it is. Green grain.
Green.
Green giant. It's green giant. Green
Oh my
giant.
god, yes.
That's
the
literally
Green
who I
Man.
imagined.
Except not as hot. Because the Green Man is right there. That guy is thick. He's cut.
Oh,
I
was
pictured
like, why
I
is that?
pictured the Green Man
can
in the
get it.
book very skinny and weird.
Yeah, skinny and like
Yeah.
gangly and
Kind of also fat at the same time. I don't know.
no.
Skinny and fat.
I imagine.
I kind of pictured him with this guy's face, but like the Grinch,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gross
yeah.
looking.
Yeah. I like it.
with like the skinny legs and the pot belly.
The pot belly. That's what I was picturing. I don't know why. All right. This was A Strange Hymn. Next week we're doing Princess Bride, our second movie
this is
episode
big.
this month.
My
so
dad would be very happy about that one.
I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna talk a lot in the next episode.
Always talk.
I know, but like even more, which is crazy.
This is her favorite movie of all time, y'all.
Of all time, The Princess Bride.
I can't wait to shit on it. I'm just kidding.
I would actually never talk to you again.
I like
I would
that
say
movie.
get out of my house. No.
I'm gonna take a big dump on Princess.
Thank you
Bride.
so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram, books__Betches, BETCHES. Click the link tree. You'll find all of our cool stuff. Subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're already subscribed to us on YouTube, tell
Thank
your
you.
friends to subscribe to us on YouTube.
Subscribe to us on the YouTube.
We want more YouTube
Bye-bye.
subscribers.
Do we?
I do.
Oh.
Thank you so much,
happy with what we got.
everybody, for listening. And we'll catch you next week with Princess Bride. See ya.
Bye.